So this is Zygomycota. It's a fungus that usually grows on land and is a decomposer for plants and animals. We have some for our examples today. And no, we do not have a random dead organism from the Mammalia family just in our refrigerators. What do we look like? Animals? Also, a big warning. If you do encounter molding foods in your own pantry or refrigerator, throw it away, please. Do not single out the good part of the food. It's a pathogen. So if you eat it, you will get a disease.
Our examples for our research are strawberries and bread, but they can grow on foods with high amounts of sugar. The molding time takes around 7 to 10 days to fully see the Zygomycota formation. There are around 500 different species of Zygomycota, but we only encounter a few of them, especially in fruits. Sure, bread mold is the most commonly known Zygomycota, but that white fuzzy stuff on strawberries or on some vegetables, that's definitely Zygomycota. But how are Zygomycotas actually made, and how do they travel?
Depending on the species you are looking at, fungus either produces sexually or asexually. Zygospores starts a form for the species that sexually reproduce from gametangial fusion. Zygospores are mature once they've produced a thick wall and then wait before starting the germination process again. The molding happens at a pretty fast rate, especially if the Zygomycota is outside with the elements. Zygospores travel with the use of the wind and those animals that graze them, basically the hitchhikers of the fungal/bacterial world. They have a haplotonic life cycle, therefore have only one diploid phase that takes place in the zygospore.
Or they can be independent and birth themselves, as conceited as that sounds. They undergo prophylactic asexual reproduction through the use of sporangia and sporangiospores. The sporangiospores is walled by the interior cleavage of the sporangial cytoplasm. Once the sporangiospores is matured, the wall disintegrates. It travels the same way as the zygospores.
These next few pictures are what Zygomycota looks like under a microscope. From here on is a bread that we made go through Zygomycota. At first the bread gets squishy, but it's important to have the bread in a warm environment so it forms mold. After about 2 weeks is when we can really see the formation of the mold.
Warning. The next photo you will see may be quite disgusting, but due to the sake of this project, we have to show you. Here we have some strawberries that were on their way to Zygomycota formation. As I dissected it, I was surprised when I accidentally smelled the strawberries because they actually smelled a lot like wine or rosé. Then I remembered this may be due to the process of fermentation. So the next time you want to try to eat a good part of a food that has been molded for a while and you think it still might be good, just think of this picture. You're digesting that in your system. That's really disgusting.